My name is Emma, and I am 26 years old. I always thought family meant love and support, but I was wrong. For most of my life, my younger sister Sophia was jealous of me. No matter how much I tried to help her, she always wanted more. She wanted everything I had. Our parents were not poor. We lived in a nice house, had nice cars, and went on family vacations. My father worked hard, and my mother always cared about how people saw us. But even in a house full of comfort, there was competition. Sophia was 22, pretty, and always wanted attention. When we were kids, I shared my toys, my clothes, and even my time with her. As we grew up, she wanted my life too. After college, I got a good job and started making money. I never told my parents, but I secretly helped Sophia pay for her university. She wanted to study in an expensive private college, and I didn't want her to struggle. So every month, I sent money to cover her tuition, rent, and personal expenses. She never thanked me, but I didn't expect it. I just wanted her to succeed. But Sophia didn't see it that way. In her eyes, I was always ahead of her, better job, better friends, and more respect from people. She couldn't stand that. Her jealousy kept growing, and I never saw how dangerous it would become. While I was busy helping her, she was secretly planning something that would destroy my life. One evening, my father called me into the living room. His face was cold and full of anger. My mother sat beside him, looking away like she couldn't even face me. Sophia was there too, standing with her arms crossed, acting like the victim. Before I could even ask what was going on, my father slammed his hand on the table and shouted, "How could you do this to us, Emma? After everything we've done for you?" I was completely confused. "Dad, what are you talking about?" Sophia quickly stepped in, her voice full of fake sadness. "Emma, please, just admit it. I tried to protect you, but I had to show them the truth." Then she pulled out her phone and played a video. On the screen was a video of me, or at least it looked like me, stealing money from my father's office safe and making phone calls to someone, talking about selling private family information. My heart dropped. The person in the video had my face, my voice, but I knew I had never done any of it. It was a fake, probably made using some kind of deepfake app. But my parents didn't know about such technology. To them, it looked real. "I didn't do this." I cried. "This is fake. I would never steal from you." But my father didn't believe me. "Enough with your lies, Emma. You've disgraced this family. You're no longer welcome in this house." Before I knew it, he kicked me out of the house. My mother said nothing. Sophia stood there quietly, pretending to wipe a tear, but I could see a small smirk on her face. She had won. She finally took my place. What she didn't know was that by kicking me out, she had also cut off the hand that was feeding her. That night, I stood outside with nothing but a small suitcase. My heart was broken, but my mind stayed calm. I wasn't going to cry in front of them. They had made their choice. I called my best friend, Lily, and told her everything. Without hesitation, she said, "Come stay with me, Emma. My house is always open for you." Lily picked me up, and I moved into her apartment. It was small, but warm and safe. That's when I finally had time to breathe and think. For years, I had been the one secretly paying Sophia's expensive university tuition, rent, and credit cards. My parents never knew where the money came from. They thought it was scholarships. But in truth, I had worked extra hours and made sacrifices to support her. Now that I was out of the house, I no longer felt any responsibility to help. So I stopped all payments. I canceled the tuition payments, credit card transfers, and even the rent that I was secretly paying for her fancy apartment. I said nothing to my parents. I said nothing to Sophia. I let silence do the work. For a few weeks, everything stayed quiet. But soon, Sophia's perfect world started to fall apart, one piece at a time. It didn't take long for the cracks to show. First came the phone call from her university. Since the tuition payments had stopped, her account went into debt. Without payment, she was dropped from her classes. Sophia tried to argue with the office, but rules were rules. Next came the apartment. Since I was no longer covering her rent, her landlord sent her an eviction notice. She tried calling our parents for help, but they were shocked. My father had no idea she needed money. After all, Sophia had always pretended she was on full scholarship. Then the credit card companies started calling, demanding payments for the luxury shopping sprees she had taken. Expensive clothes, jewelry, and trips, all charged to cards I had quietly paid for before. Now she had no way to pay them. I heard from Lily that Sophia was calling everyone she knew, begging for money. She even tried calling me once, but I didn't answer. She sent texts saying, "Please, Emma, help me. I'm in trouble." But I stayed silent. I wanted her to feel what I had felt that night when she stood next to our father and watched him kick me out. And then, the biggest blow came. My parents finally learned the truth. One evening, while I was having dinner with Lily, my phone rang. It was my father. I let it ring for a moment before picking up. His voice was different now. No anger, just confusion and shame. "Emma, we need to talk." He and my mother asked to meet me the next day. For the first time since I was kicked out, we sat face to face. "We just found out everything," my father said, his voice heavy. "The university called us. The landlord called us. The credit card companies called us. You were paying for everything all these years, weren't you?" I nodded calmly. "Yes, every penny Sophia needed, I paid." "And how did she repay me?" "By framing me with that fake video." My mother looked down at her hands, embarrassed. My father struggled to speak. "But the video. It was fake." "I have proof," I interrupted. I took out the folder I had prepared. Inside were my bank statements, showing every payment I had made for Sophia's education, rent, and credit cards. I also had a report from a tech expert proving that the video Sophia showed them was digitally altered. The expert had traced the fake video to a cheap app Sophia had used. My parents were speechless. For the first time, they saw the daughter they had wrongfully cast aside and the one who had betrayed them. I stood up. "You believed her lies and kicked me out without even giving me a chance. Now you can deal with her lies yourselves." I turned and walked away. The next time we met, it would be in court. A few days later, I filed a legal case against Sophia for defamation, fraud, and emotional distress. My lawyer was confident. "We have clear evidence," he said. "She won't be able to escape this." The police opened an investigation. They questioned Sophia and collected her devices. The tech team confirmed everything. She had made the fake video herself and used it to destroy my reputation. During the court hearing, Sophia tried to cry and play the victim. She claimed it was just a stupid prank that went too far. But the judge wasn't fooled. The evidence was too strong. The judge looked at Sophia and said, "You created a fake video to ruin your sister's life, took her money for years, and lied to your parents. You will face the consequences of your actions." Sophia was sentenced to prison for fraud, cybercrime, and defamation. She also had to pay me back a large amount of money as financial compensation. My father sat silently in court, his head down. My mother wiped her tears, but not for me, for Sophia. Even after everything, they still favored her in their hearts. But I no longer cared. Their opinions no longer controlled me. I had fought for myself and won. Now I was free. After the trial, I focused on rebuilding my life. I didn't want revenge anymore. I wanted peace. With the compensation money and my savings, I started my own small business. I opened a design studio, something I had always dreamed of but never had the chance to do while carrying Sophia's financial burden. Slowly, my business grew. Clients loved my work, and soon I was making more money than I ever did before. I bought my own house, small but beautiful, and created a peaceful life for myself, far away from the drama and pain of my past. From time to time, my parents tried to contact me. My father even came to my office once, quietly asking if we could start over. but I stayed distant. I have no hate in my heart, I told him, but I cannot forget how easily you threw me away. I didn't need their approval anymore. I had found my strength. As for Sophia, she served her sentence and faced the shame of being exposed. Her reputation was ruined, and she lost the easy life she always wanted. Now, every time I look in the mirror, I see not just a survivor, but a woman who took back her life, one step at a time. 2 years later, my life had completely changed. What started as a small design studio had now grown into a full company. I had hired a team, opened a second office, and was even featured in a local business magazine. My work was being recognized not just in the city, but across the state. Clients trusted me, my employees respected me, and for the first time in my life, I felt truly free from jealousy, family pressure, and constant guilt. One day, as I stood at the ribbon-cutting ceremony of my second office, I paused for a moment and thought back to everything: the fake video, the betrayal, the nights I cried, and the strength I found inside myself. I no longer needed anyone's approval to feel worthy. I had built everything with my own hands. Reporters asked, "What advice would you give to others who face betrayal or family pressure?" I smiled and simply said, "Never let anyone's lies define your worth. Use the pain as your fuel. Your success is the best answer to betrayal." That day, I finally closed the painful chapter of my past, not with revenge, but with strength, peace, and success that no one could ever take away from me again. If you enjoyed my story, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support means a lot and helps me share more real-life stories like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.